Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have this really old, adorable Doodlebug paper pad. I brought out some vintage wallpaper from Tim Holtz. I love his wallpaper packs. And then these came with ephemera. I was like over the moon excited. I didn't know they came with ephemera now. And I've got a bunch of twine. So what are we doing? We're going to make some hot air balloons. This is a no dyes, no problem video. All right, so I'm going to do this a few different ways because I really like doing that for you guys. I like showing you a few different ways to get similar results when I do these videos. So for this one, I'm just hand sketching a hot air balloon. And yeah, I'm just getting a basic shape, which I felt like if I were to draw a shape, or if you guys were to draw a shape, that these two would be pretty doable. I also have this amazing stamp set that I love so much from Fun Stamper's Journey, and I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to use it as well. So this is the other way we're going to improvise some no dyes, no problem hot air balloons. So we're going to do 3 different versions together today and make 3 cards. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I know that you've been enjoying this series and I'm enjoying this series as well. I have a few more ideas. Originally, I was only going to make 4 videos in this series, but with the response that I got from you guys, I was like, all right, we'll just keep it going then. So I don't know now how many we'll do. We'll just keep going. If you have any requests, I think that would be interesting. If you're like, I want a no dyes, no problem cat, whatever. Give me some ideas. I can't promise I can do them all, but I'll try. Okay, so I'm just cutting out my shapes that I drew. And I mean, it's pretty rudimentary stuff here. Now, for these stamped images, I went about this 2 ways. So for this first one, I'm just cutting out the little basket and the balloon, and I'm leaving everything else behind here. Because again, like if you're not comfortable drawing out the balloon shape and the basket, I'm just showing this as an option. Like if you have a hot air balloon set in, like stamp set in your collection, then maybe that's an approach you'd want to take. All right, so I pick out some adorable paper. This is from a few years ago. It's a St. Patrick's Day paper pad, and I just fell in love with the bright colors, all the rainbows. I love green. I just love all the colors of the rainbow, and this this paper pad was just so adorable, and I never used it. So it's time to use it now. All right, I'm just using my template now, my little hot air balloon template, and cutting out around it from the pattern paper. And already I have this adorable little hot air balloon. And now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So you guys, today we're going to make like 2 really bright Doodlebug hot air balloons. And then we're going to make a vintage kind of shabby, maybe shabby chic. I don't know. I don't know what classifies anything. It's just a vintage looking hot air balloon. I wanted to show you options. So if you like cutesy, it can definitely be cutesy. If you like something more vintage, it can be vintage. It could be anything you want it to be. An idea that just popped in my head for the vintage one is it would be really cool to put like flower bouquets all around it, tucked behind it, overlapping. That would be a lot of fun too. Really unexpected for a hot air balloon, but it could be cool. So, all right, I have this twine, and I brought in the twine because I thought it would be fun to do, like strings holding the balloon and the basket together. And I am just knotting the bottom of each string and kind of fraying out the edges because I just thought that added a cute piece of design. You'll see what I do here. I was always planning on using the rainbow that I'm taping onto, but I messed that up. Luckily, the rainbows on the front are the right direction. Oh, silly me. It's all good. I sometimes have distractions, so I keep my craft door open so anybody can come and go as they please. Mom is never off limits, so I'm pretty sure some little cutie came bouncing in here and I might have gotten a little bit of distraction. And it's a-okay. All right, so now I'm just using this cut apart from the sheet to kind of embellish. And I'm just using my transparent tape, scotch tape, whatever, to tape down this twine. And then now I need to cover that up. So I hope you guys are having a good week. I cannot believe how many videos I have to edit for you guys. And I really wish I could make videos every day because I have that many ideas. I just wish I had the time, but I went to pick something to edit for you guys today and to post, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have like 6 videos ready to go. So, yeah, and I'm, you know, always ready to make more. So, yeah, you'll be seeing more for sure. Let's see what I have coming up. I have a few sympathy cards. I have a close to my heart haul if you guys wanted to see it. It's when I got my ink. I could show y'all that. Oh, what else is in there? There's all kinds of other stuff in there. I really wanted to get this No Dies, No Problem out to you. That way, if I clear it out, then I know, ooh, I need to make another one. And I can get my brain cooking up some ideas. So I put one of the pieces of twine behind the balloon in the basket and 2 in the front. That's what I was doing there. And then now I have 3 balloons. So I didn't think you needed to see me cut it out of the vintage paper too, or the wallpaper. But I did ink blend around it. I thought that gave it a lot of just dimension and interest. I thought it gave it a finishing touch, especially because the wallpaper I used really just had kind of a central design on the balloon. And so it kind of helped round everything out. And then I did the same thing to the little basket. And now we'll get into some card making. So I did embellish this one as well. You can see with black and white twine. And then a sweet, sweet friend of mine, Mary, sent me all these pre-made sentiments. Mary, it's just brilliant and so kind of you and inspiring. Now, the other night, I was like wanting to be in my craft room because I want to be in here every day, but I'm typically only in here 1 or 2 days a week. But I was like, if I can squeeze 30 minutes out of my schedule and get in here in the middle of the week, I could do what Barry did and stamp up a bunch of my sentiments and mat them because I'm a sucker for sentiments. And I don't ever use them all, but maybe if I made them like this, I would because I really like it. And then I can organize it in like a little 6x8 album by like type of sentiment, birthday, whatever, thank you, sympathy, and have them ready to go. So thanks for inspiring me and thanks for sharing with me. So yeah, I just pulled 2 sentiments from her baggie, which I just keep on my desk now. It's just out and ready to go. It says live life in full bloom, which I thought went great with, of course, the paper, but also the adventure of hot air balloon rides because I've been on one and it was amazing. So what is this paper? This paper is copy weight paper. So it's like 20-pound paper. I make junk journals and I have like 4 or 5 shades of cream, off-white, tan paper. And so I thought it would be perfect to bring in and use on this card. Um, you know, Now you notice I use my tape gun to tape it to the card base where someone would write because it does not take glue well, like right here. I knew this would be okay because I went very sparingly and I'm basically going to be covering it all up with my card front. But when you're using like 20-pound weight paper, it's probably best to use double-sided adhesive versus a wet glue just because it can't take it. It's overwhelmed by it. So that was the first card. And now we're going to jump into these little cheerful cards here. This is how I do skies typically. I don't very often use a stencil for my clouds. I just kind of give myself a really rough blend and use my paper makeup and get some blending going on, because to me that's what a sky typically looks like on any given day, especially a clear blue sky, which is what you need in a hot air balloon. So I had these scraps and I'm going to make an A2 card here. And then my next card will be a mini slimline. So I'm just kind of playing around with the things I had available. Now I did cut down that sky piece a little more. I just wanted it more narrow to fit better with all of these layers. I always say give your paper room to breathe. Like I like to have enough space all around my papers so that everyone gets to shine, like I want the plaid paper to shine in the background. I want the polka dots, the clouds. Everybody gets to show off what they got on the front of the card. So I don't like to cut my layers too tight. I know I've shared my hot air balloon story with you guys before, but maybe there's some new people. I had a really fun experience of flying over my hometown. I had graduated high school and moved on, and a really sweet boyfriend of mine surprised me with a hot air balloon ride over my small town. And it was just so fun to go back and have like a bird's eye view of the place I grew up. And I grew up there from the time I was 5 to 18. And it was just so cool just to see my little ecosystem from that vantage point. And it was just a thrilling experience. I definitely recommend it. If you ever get a chance and you're not just petrified of heights or anything, I would say go. It's very, very thrilling. One of the funnest things I've ever done. And that was more than 20 years ago. So it's just lots of fun. Okay, so what I'm doing here is kind of more of what you probably call paper piecing, right? So I just really kind of paper pieced that piece, but because I really liked the strings, I love the way this stamp is drawn. I really love this stamp set. I miss Fun Stamper's Journey. I miss their designs, their way of drawing, the rubber stamps. It's like crocodile tears over here. I had just fallen in love with Fun Stamper's Journey in 2020. And so for them to be gone, I'm missing them. But anyways, I do have this lovely set here and I use it quite often. You guys don't always see it. Now I have this fun, it's all about being colorful and rainbows, the sentiment set. So I'm going to use up the scraps because that's what I like to do. I also love to decorate the insides of my cards. And I cannot tell you when I first started card making how many times I'd make a beautiful card. People would open up and they're like, yeah, but there's nothing on the inside. And I don't know why it took me forever, but I just started really doing the insides of my cards this year in 2021. It was kind of like my crafty New Year's resolution was to not stop at the front, but do the insides of my cards too. Sometimes I do more than others. So I'm giving you a close up here. This is how this one turned out. I really like it. I did use some enamel dots from my stash, just showing you that has a little bit of dimension. I popped some things up. This was Dr. Shrub's favorite card out of the three, in case you're curious. And then this little sweetie. It was fun using that trim, just getting some different texture and elements. I think it would be fun to have like pom-poms if you had really many pom-poms or something like that. More tassels. I always think of pom-poms and tassels with hot air balloons. Again, I brought in some of Mary's sentiment strips. And then this one, these were pretty quick to make. It took me 35 minutes to make 3 cards, and I was making my own ephemera, so I think that's pretty good. You guys give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you do have ideas, shout them out. I'm all ears, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.